All right, this is, I call it my wood whirler area. It's where I do my thing. See, my friend of mine made me that log, says a wood whirler, it's pine, Arkansas pine. He's a chainsaw artist. So anyway, I'm going to be sort of like moving this around a little bit, so you'll have to forgive the shaking or whatever. But I'll try to move the tripod over to the work each time, and maybe I'll figure out, excuse me, how to edit them together. But anyway, this is all about axe paste and all the different uses I've found for it, and some of the things I do with it. It seems like they never end. I went ahead and made a list. I emailed Tom and Annette and asked them to, in case you didn't know, Tom and Annette, you know, they own the company that makes this stuff, and they're right there somewhere out of Pennsylvania, somewhere up in the Amish or Mennonite country, whatever it is. So I made a list right here. Let's see if we can read it. I don't know, boy, I tell you what. Light in here sucks, man. Let me see if I can get this tilted back a little bit more like this. Yeah, see, maybe that's a little better. So, all right, well, I'll point them out to you anyway, just in case. But the things that I use axe paste for is mainly bowls. But here's why I just finished this one, and there'll be probably within a week or so, there'll be a video on it. I call it One Elegant Bowl. But anyway, there's bowls right there. That's number one. That's the main thing I use it for right there. And I almost challenge anybody to get a better shine than I get. You know, I think I mentioned it once before, that, you know, I went and bought some tung oil and stuff like that. I was going to just venture off and see what else I could do, and then it dawned on me I was trying to fix something that wasn't broke. So the second item on my list is the lathe right here, number 2. So let's get a picture of the lathe over here, and I'll wander back and forth. That's a Grizzly G0800. It's a 24 by 48, I think, something like that. Anyway, it's a big lathe, 3 horsepower. It does not stop for you, so you need to learn to be careful. So anyway, one thing I've learned is that axe paste is really great for this. Now this is the way I do it. Used to, I would use some WD-40 on the ways and just basically, you know, scrub them and then spray a little oil. In fact, I used to use Pam. I like Pam pretty good. But, and you know, it made it nice and slick. But first thing I do is I take a little scraper or putty knife just to make sure I don't have any, you know, pieces of glue or, see, there was something there. And one thing a lot of people don't do is that they don't get right in here, see. You got to clean this part too on the sides, because you get a grip down there of something, whatever it is, cedar, varnish or whatever, and it can mess up sliding the banjo around. So I do that. Sometimes in a weak moment, I might accidentally blow this place off. I really need to sweep it up in here. It gets that way, doesn't it? Well, item number 2 on my list was the lathe, and that's what we're talking about now. So let's talk about the Morris tapers first. Let me get this back on here, just keep it out of my way. But I found that if you take some of the Axe paste, right here, there it is right there. Bob, that's a brand new spick and span one. Got it out just for this. The main reason is because my lid was so messed up, and I happen to have this one that, you know, I want you to be able to see it. Let me flip that viewfinder right here where I can see what I'm doing. But I want you to be able to see it right there. Yeah, I got the Lathe a little good there. So that, and here's the polish here. Okay, I don't have to show them again now, right? Right. Okay, so we're gonna clean the tapers first. Okay, what I do is I take a dowel pin, and I make a cut with, you know, a small saw or bandsaw or something right through here, and I put a rag in here. Now, this may come off, we'll have to do it again, but you gotta put a piece of tape on the end. If you don't, it'll come off inside. So, what I do is I give me some of this stuff here, like this right here, see? Smear it all around like that. Then I'm gonna come in here and do it like so. All right, now we're gonna take a drill. If I can find one. This is all we're gonna do right here. I'm gonna go faster speed. I have not cleaned this, and I'm ashamed to tell you. I'm not gonna tell you. Here, look how black that is. My goodness gracious. There you are, be ashamed of yourself, but I'm not. Put this in reverse now. Sort of like maybe just to sort of clean it up a little. You just want to clean this. You don't, you're not trying to get it slick or nothing. You just want to get any foreign matters out of it. There you go. Both sides are filthy. Look at there. My goodness. Well, let's put another piece of cloth on. What do you say? I'm going to get this piece of tape off. Goodness. See what we're going to do? We're going to use paper towels this time. Have not tried paper towels. So let's see what we got. I think I can probably do it with my fingernail. Wow, that sort of hurts my fingernail. Yeah, okay. Sorry to get in front of you again, but you gotta put a little bit of tape on the end, or what'll happen is you go pull it out of there. It'll leave this in here. Then you gotta use your rod to get it out. It ain't no step for a stepper, but at the same time, no need to. You don't have to. So we're going to do this like so. That's good. That didn't do it to me anyway. So we're going to move over here now. Go right to, if I can find it. The light is not quite as good as I wish it was. All right, there it is right there. So now we're going to use a tailstock taper. I guess that's a good name for it. It's easier to do it like this. Just get it nice and smeared in here. like so. Oh, we broke it. Let me get this down here on the lathe now. We wasn't down there where you could see what I was doing. Anyway, what I just did was just smear it with the paste. That's all I did. So now you take this worn out one right here and you just polishing paste, and it's carnauba wax and mineral oil. Mineral oil really does a good job, and carnauba wax just sort of restores it. It just sort of keeps other things from sticking to it. Shines her up a little bit. Don't get too excited about it. I don't get too excited about anything, to be perfectly honest. I'm not going to do any polishing. All we're going to do is sort of wipe off the excess. That's it. That's it, guys. And about as clean as this old big boy's going to get here. One of these days I'm going to clean the whole thing and repaint it. Lord knows it needs it. So that's that. Okay, that takes care of what I use axe paste for on the lathe. Now what I do here is I generally don't use the actual paste with the grit in it unless I've got a real dirty gun. If you rub it real hard, it will, you know, you can see it bothering your blue end. But now as far as the polish is concerned, that's a horse of a different color now. And that really works well for this. And the reason I like it is not only do you have your oil, but you've got your wax in there, which is really super good for the wood. So I give her a good smearing now. That's not a price tag. In my infinite wisdom, I've got all my guns marked as to what grandchild and what one of my kids gets which guns, you know, whenever I croak. Which, you know, we all know it's coming sooner or later. And the damn thing we can do about it. Just keep her up. We'll be just. So I just take a little microcloth in and wipe her down. That's basically all I do. All right, we'll put that up and we'll be moving on. So that pretty well takes care of the demo part of this deal here. I mean, I could show you how to put, you know, polish on screws and stuff like that, but that's sort of silly. We pretty well finished talking about the things that I'm going to demo, other than I'll show you a little bit on my hands. But the bowl, you know, you've seen that lots of times, and I do it the same way every time. I'm like in a rut, you might say, but it really turns out nice. I've shown you how to clean the tapers and the ways on your lathe, and that's basically about all you need to clean with this stuff. Screw threads, well, you know, there's nothing to demo there. You just put the polish, not the paste, on the threads, and it helps a lot. On your hands, what I want to show you about that. But you use here again, you want to use the polish, not the paste. So you just take you don't take much, and smear it on your hands real good and work it around. And what you're going to notice is it's oily right away. And you're gonna say, well, that's not gonna work, it's too oily. Well, you know, that's the mineral oil in it, and you know, there's nothing, mineral oil is good for your hands. So then you just take like any type of paper towel or rag, and you just wipe your hands back down, like so. And boy, they feel good. About as good as you can consider. So anyway, there you are about that. Get this thing here where I can see what I'm doing. So now I've got a couple of long clips on how to clean the glass, because that's basically how this video started. I was just going to I was going to do the glass in my pellet stove, because I rebuilt it this winter. It's 15 years old. And I thought, well, I'll just send a little clip of this to Tom so he'll see another use for it. And so I sent him a little email and told him about it and asked him to send me a lip. I was looking at this right here, it says lips. Send me a list of things that he knows that, you know, has been used for. Of course, some of these are repeats. But the glass, he didn't mention that. And he didn't mention chrome. Now, I use it sometimes, not too often, but I do, you know, for cleaning any type of chrome things, like on your cars or whatever. And it works really super for that. Quite frankly, I've only used it a couple times for that, but it works good. Gets bugs off. And here's some things that I think Annette sent me this. Says she, in the winter, of course, up there in Pennsylvania, they got them mean winters up there. We think ours is bad. Ours is good compared to theirs. Anyway, she puts the polish on the lips of her grandchildren when they go out in the winter. And she uses it on zippers on coats, because, you know, you get, the zippers get snow and stuff in them. So if you got a good coat of polish on them, it just makes it fall right off. So that really works neat. One of her customers, or their customers, said he cleans his model cars with it. Annette told me she refinished antique Singer sewing machine with the paste in it. Worked out real well. And shoes, like the leather stitching on shoes and stuff, that sort of preserves it. So it's good for shoes. And that's about it. You guys think of anything that I missed here, or that we can add to the list, I really would appreciate it. So let's move on now to me doing the glass here, and then we'll wrap this sapsucker up. I'll catch you later. Hey Tom, I'm gonna send you this real quick video here. I was working on my tailgate on my truck, because I had my head up my rear and had the tailgate down, run into a tree, so I mashed in this whole upper corner up here, and I got it all fixed up, and I've been sort of painting and sanding and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I heat my house with a wood pellet stove, and you know, the door is a Quadra-Fire 1200i, and the door gets all screwed up every year, and you know, just continues. Like, see here, you know, this is one of the side doors. See how it gets brown like that right there, and you can't, you know, you can scrape it to your heart's content and you don't get it off. Like right here, see, now you can do this, and then, you know, you can get that old sealer off. I'm gonna put all new gaskets on it, because it was sort of leaking a little ash in the house, and Mama didn't like that. So I just happened to think of something, and I said to myself, I'm gonna try some of this right here. Okay, so first thing I did is I got all kinds of things here I've been trying, but right here's warm soapy water I always use Dawn. Keeps your sandpaper clean. But anyway, where'd it go? There's one. There's the 1000 grit right there. So I start off with 1,000 grit right here, sanding it by hand, like so, you know. And it's slowly coming off, surprisingly. And then I got this, I don't remember what this is. I think this is also hard to do things with one hand, as you probably well know. Ow! Got against that wire brush. That didn't feel so good. What is this? Yeah, this is 1,000 here too. But I got it all soaked down with Axe paste, and you can see right there, it's polishing the glass and it's getting that brown off. And it ain't coming off real fast because you're looking at 15 winters worth right here. We've heated the house with that stove for 15 years now, and I've always, you know, sort of wiped it and scraped at it, but I've never really cleaned it. And a while ago I got on Google or somewhere, wherever it was, and I was going to just buy a new glass. Well, this glass right here is $348 plus shipping, and these are $89 a piece. I said, holy catfish, I'm not paying with that. I don't mind looking at a little brown. But then it's, you know, I had all this stuff out here I was working with anyway. So I just tried a little bitty spot because I didn't want to, you know, really scratch it up. And I'll be damned if it didn't take it up and got that glass just as shiny as, you know, you see a spot right here, look. Where'd it go? Give me a piece of something here. See that right there? Look at that. See that? Now it's not going to be like brand new spick and span, but it's going to look a whole lot better. Mama's on a cruise, believe it or not. Her and my daughter, my son-in-law, won this cruise. So, you know, I could have went, but it ain't my thing, you know. I just don't like tons of people, you know. 4,000 or 5,000 people on a boat. That ain't what I like to do. So anyhow, so I'm here batching for like 7 days, and I've got all kinds of dogs around here and stuff. So I'm pretty comfortable. But anyway, I'm just catching up on stuff and trying to have a few surprises for her when she gets home. Things I've been promising I'd do, was just when I'm round to it, you know. So I'm gonna edit this and send it to you. And, you know, you can do what you want to with it, within reason. But I just, I mean, when I get done, I'll take a few more pictures. This ain't all of it. And show you how, you know, how it turns out. All right, there's a stove. I didn't film anything to begin with, but there it is. It looks pretty good. It's sort of hard to tell in this light, you know, but like I said, it's about 15 years old, and you can't tell anything about the glass right here because I just don't have the right light in here to use for it. There you go. Maybe that helps a little bit. You can see it's a little hair of fog on it, but it looks pretty good. I think it looks good. I mean, considering what it did look like. But anyway, that's a Quadrifire 1200i. Like I said, we've had it about 15 years. Got it all cleaned up and ready to go for another season. I go through about 2 tons of pellets every year. But it's a whole lot cheaper than using electricity. So anyway, this basically is just a demo on Axe paste showing it all the different uses for it. And I guess it's an excuse for me not you know, putting out other videos, because I just wanted you to see, you know, how busy I've been with working on the truck and the rat that got under there, and you know, messing up the tailgate and all that kind of stuff, and the stove. So that's why I hadn't been doing any wood turning. But I'm back in the saddle now. So anyway, if you like what I do, give me a like and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the rebound. Call your mama. Bye-bye.